What is going on, guys? We're going to take a minute here and just show you how to create your 3D rendering or kind of like that finished quality picture that you're going to turn into Schoology for your assignment. So again, you're going to be creating multiple of these, but we're just going to walk you through how to create one of them so that you can begin to kind of create all of yours on your own for your individual spaces. So to start, you're just going to create or open your original kind of drawing wherever you've been working. And then we're going to go into the 3D view. So typically it'll take you into a view that looks something like this, but we want to go into the three-dimensional view. So to do this, in the upper right-hand corner, we're just going to click on the 3D tool. So again, that's in the upper right. We're just going to click 3D, and it's going to take us into our kind of three-dimensional view. From here, if it took you to a different kind of view and you might be looking at something a little bit different, just make sure that you have this kind of icon that looks like somebody walking. You have that selected so you can actually get like up close and personal to your drawing. From here, you can press and hold with your mouse or on your touchpad and kind of move around your screen, kind of look up and down, left and right. And to just kind of walk around, you can just kind of double click where you're trying to go, and it'll walk you over to that space. So for this rendering, we're just going to do a quick rendering of the kitchen, just as an example. So we want to kind of get to a view where we can kind of see the kitchen, and everything looks kind of like we can see everything, and we just kind of have like a decent view of the space. We can use these tools along the left-hand side to kind of narrow everything down a little bit. So we'll walk through those fairly quickly just to show you guys how those work. So we'll start at the bottom and kind of work our way up. So the light and background tool, when you click on that tool, again, this is the light and background. You'll see that it'll open up a new window for us where we can kind of select our what they call a dome background. So currently, if you kind of look through the window space, there's nothing there. So if we would click one of these images, it's going to give us kind of a background back there. So it's going to give us some grass, some sunshine, and some clouds. You can, of course, scroll through and kind of pick whatever kind of image you're looking for. And you're also free to upload your own custom image if you feel like you want to. You can also change your light intensity, so you can slide that bar up and down and make things a little brighter or a little bit darker. Heading back to our kind of like camera view tools, so you can hit back to settings. You'll see the next one up says field of view, and that's basically your zoom in and zoom out, so that you can kind of zoom in and out as you see fit to kind of get the finished kind of image that we're looking for. And then above that, you have what they call the camera height, as well as the angle. So we can press and hold on the camera and raise our camera up and lower our camera down to kind of get the angle or the height that we're kind of looking for. And then we can, of course, use the rotate tool to rotate the angle of our camera. So we can use just kind of like our walking tool to kind of get close, and then these tools along the left-hand side to kind of like finalize our views for us. Again, we can just kind of like tweak everything just to where you see fit and what you kind of like. And then once you kind of have everything set up, we're ready to kind of export or create our image. So to do that, all we need to do is come up to where it says Export 3D Image up along the right-hand side, and we're just going to click that little drop-down arrow. So again, once everything is set up, we're just going to go up to Export 3D Image, and we're going to hit that drop-down arrow. Once that new window kind of drops down, you'll see that with the free version that we're using, the only option that we really have is the fast preview. So we can just click on that icon, and you'll see that it'll kind of pull up our view window for us. So from this point, we can still kind of pan around if we need to. So we can still pan left and right if we don't necessarily like what's in our viewfinder. We can still go up and down and just kind of do those micro adjustments as we kind of see fit. Once everything is set up in the way that we like, we can select this blue kind of flashing icon up at the top. And once we do that, it's going to ask us if we want to add a camera or update the camera. We always just want to go ahead and press add camera because it's going to save this view for us so we can always jump right back to it. So say we tweak something a little bit different in our design, we can just go right back to that view and it'll be done. You'll see that there's that quick little flash, and it's basically starting to create that rendering or that finished image for us. Again, since we're using that free version, you'll see that our timer starts to count down from 10 in the upper right-hand corner. Again, since we're using that free version, we're limited to how frequently we can create these renderings. Now it's just kind of a little bit of a waiting game to see how long it takes for our rendering to show up. So you'll see that one only took like 30 to 45 seconds. From here, it'll automatically save it to the FloorPlanner software for us, so we can just let it save it there. If we want to upload it immediately, we can just click the image once it pops up and says that it's done. So we can select that image. It'll open it up in a new screen for us. From here, we can just right-click on the image, click Save Image As. And again, this is where you would kind of save it to the desktop as a name that you would remember. So like for this one, we would just do kitchen rendering, and we would hit save. And now that image is saved to the desktop for us. From there, we would be able to upload that file straight to Schoology to the corresponding assignment folder. So remember, this is just how you would complete one rendering. You would have to complete multiple for the assignments that we are working on. As always, if you guys need help or have questions, feel free to reach out to me, but hopefully this video kind of help you walk through the process a little bit, kind of help you get through it a little bit quicker.